जय महादेव। तो अब चलते हैं 52 नंबर के महादेव ओमकारेश्वर महादेव, और आइए चलिए सुनते हैं अंतर्दृष्टि इन पौराणिक कथा।
जय महादेव। महादेव माँ पार्वती से कहते हैं, हे देवी, आज मैं आपको 52वें लिंग ओमकारेश्वर लिंग का वर्णन सुनाता हूँ। यह कथा स्कंद महापुराण से है। प्राचीन समय में शिव ने एक दिव्य पुरुष को प्रकट किया। पुरुष ने शिव से पूछा कि वह क्या करे, तो शिव ने कहा, तुम अपनी आत्मा का विभाग करो। वह पुरुष शिव की बात को न समझने के कारण चिंता में पड़ गया और उसके शरीर से एक अन्य पुरुष उत्पन्न हुआ, जिसे शिव ने ओमकार का नाम दिया। शिव की आज्ञा से ओमकार ने वेद, देवता, सृष्टि, मनुष्य, ऋषि उत्पन्न किए और शिव के सन्मुख खड़ा हो गया। शिव ने प्रसन्न होकर ओमकार से कहा कि तुम अब महाकाल वन में जाओ और वहाँ शूलेश्वर महादेव के पूर्व दिशा में स्थित शिवलिंग का पूजन करो। ओमकार वहाँ पहुँचा और शिवलिंग के दर्शन कर उसमें लीन हो गया। ओमकार के शिवलिंग में लीन होने से शिवलिंग ओमकारेश्वर या ओमकारेश्वर के नाम से विख्यात हुआ। मान्यता है कि जो भी शिवलिंग का दर्शन कर पूजन करता है, उसे सभी तीर्थ यात्रा के समान फल प्राप्त होता है। जय महादेव। Thank you for listening.
Pranam everyone. Today we are going for darshan of Omkareshwar Mahadev to imbibe his Shakti, his consciousness. Jai Mahadev, Jai Omkareshwar Mahadev. Usually when I share my understanding, but this time I had to share my experience of Omkareshwar Mahadev. As soon as the cameras were on of this temple, even as we were approaching him, my entire body was in goosebumps. And it was as if suddenly my hearing had expanded. My entire body, my aura was listening, and it was almost in a sound bubble. The shape of a sound bubble. And I was hearing the Om very clearly. But the surprising thing for me was that even as we were going closer to the lingam, the sound remained similar. It was the same. I could feel that same sound inside me. As we approached the ling, even the ling was in the shape of a bubble. It was very rounded, like a bubble. And even as I went inside it, I could hear the same sound. And it was so orchestrated that the internet connection was such over there that I could barely see Mahadev. I could just see a couple glimpses of him. But the entire experience had to be through sound and through listening in the space, because I could not see anything. So I really bow down to Mahadev for orchestrating experiences that make this dimension understandable to us. So, as I was thinking about the word Om, the word omni, which comes from the Latin root, which means all, everywhere, and perhaps there is a Sanskrit also origin to it, where it is where omni comes from Om, because Om is everywhere in every direction, and this is the omni-audient dimension of the divine, the sound of the divine that is everywhere in the universe. So Mahadev asks Rishi Kapila to divide himself and to create, to proliferate. And so he in return prays to Mahadev, and it is said very poetically, he disappears like a candle extinguishes. And that is so poetic that he has become part of everything. He has become nothing and a part of everything. Like he has dissolved in everything, right? So from that comes Om, which gets divided into Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, into the three parts of Om. And each one is complete, and it makes me feel that Om is the fundamental vibration of creation from which everything has come. It is basically the fundamental vibration, but it is the entire package. It contains in itself the creation, the preservation, as well as the destruction. It is just complete, it is primordial, it is the first, it is the fundamental, and yet complete. In Shuleshwar Mahadev, the shul has consciousness, even the weapon has consciousness, and I feel here the word has consciousness. Even in the Bible, first the first there was the word, and everything came out of the word. In different religions and spiritual paths, the Om word finds itself. And I feel this is where many people might receive the blessing of hearing the Om in all existence, the Naad for the first time. Maybe that is the blessing of this space. And everything has come, everything that ever has got created or will be created or is being created has all come from this primordial vibration. And as the universe has expanded, we have also expanded. And Om is really our source. And no matter how far we go from the source, the Om is right there, and we can always connect to that source. So Om is our original home. If we have felt that we have lost our way, then we need to align ourselves to the Om, which is everywhere. And if we want to create anything, really, this is again the entire package, the entire whatever needs to be created, whatever needs to be preserved, and whatever even needs to be destroyed. It's the entire package is there in Om. It is really a complete Mahadev. I feel here, if we feel um, that we are lost and we want to align ourselves, if we feel that we want to create something, if we feel that we say something but people are not quite hearing it, it is not heard by people, then here we can connect, and our words can also start becoming more and more cosmic. Uh, Sometimes people, they there is silence and we don't know how to understand them. Here there is a way to understand even the silence between people, to be able to listen to the silence among people, because silence sometimes speaks more volumes than even word. um, this is the Mahadev where the word, through the word, what is formless has become form, and one gets aligned to the source. So this is the ultimate sound bath. It is a cosmic sound bath. It is a cosmic cleansing. It's a cosmic healing. And everything is happening at a very primordial and fundamental level. This place, the Omni um, present feeling of the divine, the omniaudientness, the omnipotence, everything that is omni can be felt in this Mahadev. It is so prachand. The aura is so uh, expanded here that you will you will experience that, I think, even as you come near its vicinity, and you will carry it in you. I think this Mahadev gets constructed in you, um, and you carry it with you. So Jai Mahadev.
Jai Omkareshwar Mahadev. In this Mahadev, we experience the Om. And what is Om? Om was a first creation. It was created by consciousness when it wanted to manifest itself. But this creation happened before world got created. So there is oneness in this. Everything is one. It is not yet divided into the multiple infinite separate entities. So this Om has five senses, the way we have five senses. It can hear, it can see, it can smell, it can taste, and it can touch. So when you get connected with Omkareshwar Mahadev, you can have experience of any of these five senses. But most of the people, they hear the sound. Most common way people experience the sound of Omkar is uh, like honeybee sound, but there are many more different sounds through which you can experience. But how do you know that this is the sound of Om? There is only one test, and that test is that the sound of Om is without any beginning or the end. It is continuous. Every sound you listen in the world, it begins at some point and it ends at some point. But the sound of Om is continuous. It never begin. It will never end. Uh, in the Zen tradition, this sound has been called as the sound of one hand clap. So the Zen master used to ask this question. Okay, go and find out what is the sound of one hand clap. And a lot of disciples would try and they would fail and they would struggle and they would go on inquiry. And one day, in that not knowing, they would just begin to listen to the sound and they would know that, okay, this is what they were searching for. Apart from honeybee sound, you can feel Om sound as the blowing of air uh, through dry leaves, or like the thunder of the clouds, or even the flute sound. So when you connect to the Omkareshwar Mahadev, it is possible that you would hear the sound of Om. And once you are attuned with the sound of Om, you may begin to hear this sound even when you are not connecting to Omkareshwar Mahadev. So you may begin to listen to it while you are sitting still, sitting calm, doing sadhana. And then when you are grounded more, you can even listen to this while doing your routine work and walking. Even when you are talking to others, you can still remain connected to the sound. Uh, Remaining connected to this sound is one of the easiest way of grounding into space, though we should know that Om is not the consciousness, but Om allows you to be in space. And when you are in the space, you are what is beyond Om. Actually, the God is just one step away from Om. Uh, Also, the story suggests that Om, when it appeared, it created itself as multiple infinite entities. So everything got created. Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh got created out of this entity of Om. So this division is not like uh, you know that there is a piece of land and you divide that. It's not like that. This division happened in terms of frequencies. So there was a certain frequency of Om, and it created multiple infinite frequencies. And all those vibrations then manifested themselves in the material world also. So wherever you feel there is a fragmentation in your life, that's what you can be present to. If there is a separation between you and others, if there is a separation between you and space, uh, if there are issues where fighting is going on in your life, that is also because you feel separation, others feel separation with you. In fact, every issue that exists in the world is because of the separation. Even if the earthquake comes or any other natural disaster happen, it's because the two parts of the nature are experiencing uh, friction with each other or separation with each other, and they are acting against each other. So here you can offer practically any situation in the world. Uh, so become present to the frequencies of wherever the conflict is going on. And when you are present to the multiple frequencies, and when you experience the sound of Om or the frequency of Om, all this gets surrendered to the Om again. So the world got created, the multiple entities got created because of the split in the Om. And when you are present to all these frequencies along with the Om frequency, everything merges back or begin to merge back there. Uh, Thank you, and may you get grounded in Om.
जैसे हमने ओमकारेश्वर महादेव की पौराणिक कथा सुनी और अंतर्दृष्टि सुनी, सो यहाँ पर ओम स्वर जो है, ओम जो साउंड है, वो इस लिंग में विलीन हुए थे। और यहाँ पर जो भी हम डिवीज़न है, जो भी हमारे फ्रेगमेंटेशन है हमारे रिलेशनशिप में, किसी भी डायमेंशन में, वो हम लोग ऑफ़र कर सकते हैं। यहाँ पर अवर लिसनिंग, there is any problem in anyone is not listening us, that we can offer. यहाँ पर हम लोग साइलेंस बैठ सकते हैं, और हम जब रिसेप्टिव होंगे यहाँ पर, सो हम लोग ओम का ध्वनि भी सुन सकते हैं। सो आइए चलते हैं ओमकारेश्वर महादेव के ध्यान और दर्शन के लिए। जय महादेव।